Culture Club is brought to you by Tropical Ice.
Ollie in half a day. My name is Dennilyn Giramur and I'm the co-owner of Elijai Jewelry. Growing up, Shannon and I, we were just surrounded by our aunties, and they always had beautiful jewelry, the Palawan money, and then also the woven jewelry. So Shannon, she does the clay stuff. That's where her inspiration comes from, is the money. And then me, just growing up seeing all the woven stuff just inspired me to learn that too. So we've had Elijai Jewels for a little over 2 years now. We started during the thick of COVID, so that was a perfect time to start our craft and learn everything. But yeah, 2 years ago. The feeling of weaving, it can be on and off. Sometimes you have to have a lot of patience with it. I feel very relaxed when I weave. I feel a sense of ease. I feel like that's like the only thing I have to do for the day. Like I'll get done with all my responsibilities and I'll weave and it'll help me calm down and relax. But yeah. So we've worked on a lot of jewelry, so a lot of earrings and bracelets. Our most popular one is our small woven hoops, but lately we've been getting into more intricate stuff, something that requires a little more time. Not necessarily as easy to weave on like hoops, but something like some twisty earrings and stuff like that. And then also we will be getting into weaving like hats and stuff like that, or like water bottle containers, little baskets, some stuff like that. But yeah. So the whole process is a lot longer than you think it would be. We would have to go out and pick the leaves ourselves, harvest them, and harvesting is the first step to the whole process. So harvesting can take a couple months because the leaves have to soften up, because when you collect them, they're very hard. So you have to pound them and soften them. And then after all of that, you have to strip the leaves, make sure they're clean and everything. And then that's when you can actually start the weaving process. And sometimes if the leaves aren't prepared the right way, they can be very brittle and snap. So it's a long and patient process, but it's very fun. So the number one trait that all weavers should have is definitely patience. It's hard to sit there and weave for a while, especially when your fingers start to cramp, or when the leaves don't work with you sometimes because they're too brittle. So patience is definitely the number one thing. There's many times where I've lost some patience, from the finger crampings and preparing the leaves, so patience is definitely the number one thing you should have. I think it's very important to preserve the culture. It doesn't matter what culture you are from. I think nowadays people are moving on into new things, kind of forgetting their roots that they come from. And I think it's important for us to learn this culture, like for me, weaving, so that we can pass it down to further generations, because it may not exist later on. They might look at it through artifacts or through history books. It's very important. Nowadays, I think that the younger generation is definitely stepping up to help preserve the Micronesian culture. Just with the little organizations that they're doing through, like I see weaving seminars, I see marmar seminars where they make their flower crowns, a lot of local jewelry being made, and then also just activists, fighting for Micronesian rights and the land, So I think the younger generation has really stepped up and looked through new ways in order to preserve our culture. Sulong, my name is Dennilyn Giramur from Elijai Jewelry, and we are proud to be part of KUAM's Culture Club.
Culture Club is brought to you by Tropical Ice.